Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to All Stock Trades. Mic check 1, 2, 3. How's everybody doing today? All right. So, a couple things I want to do before we start off and kick off this video. Yes, we're going to be talking about WellBe. Like, what is WellBe? We're going to go and get into it. We're going to talk about this partnership and potentially what it means. This partnership was announced in November. We're going to go ahead and do a dive on it. We had a talk yesterday in our stock terminal that I want to share with you guys. We have a Clover Health section where we do our due diligence. But before, I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys. So if you don't recall, 2 days ago, I put out a video and I said, analyzing 10-year treasury, and I talked about Bitcoin mining companies, how from a technical analysis perspective, we have a research edge section of our stock terminal where I go ahead and do some due diligence and utilize my tens of thousands of dollars that I invest in institutional data and then be able to democratize it. And we called out Mar and Riot. I'm very excited today. It's up 9.2%. And also Riot's up 8.3%. And again, the options on those are really great. Again, it has also to do with the potential vote the SEC has. I believe they're voting for it today. So we'll see what happens there, as these Bitcoin mining companies are tied for Bitcoin. But again, just to let you guys know, take advantage of the videos I post. They're free. It shows you the quality of the data. Obviously, imagine what's on the inside of our terminal. You'd be surprised. So we're going to go in today and we're going to talk about this partnership here, and we're going to do some investigation for you guys. And let me go ahead, and this is going to be kind of a narrative and show you guys some buttons here. So one of our amazing members believes 2025. You might have to change it to 2026, maybe, but who knows? I think 2025 may be our year too, right? So if we go ahead to this PR news, WellBe Senior Medical secures investment of CVS Health Ventures to accelerate expansion nationwide. And this entity, WellBe Senior Medical, has approximately 100, or at least has over 107,000 Medicare Advantage members. Again, Medicare Advantage is the insurance line business of Clover. It's the actual one that has profitability, that actually has an MCR, that is in a profitable region, and their Clover Assistant has helped with that. And they have WellBe has over $2 billion in premium under management. And again, CVS is investing in them because they're just rapidly growing. Now, you might be asking yourself, why the hell are we talking about CVS and WellBe? Well, if you don't recall, if you go ahead and type in Clover Health, you'll see that Clover and WellBe have actually partnered up to bring in-home medical care to Atlanta patients and across rural Georgia. So, and this was in November 7th. And again, the communication, I got to tell you guys, I would love for folks to communicate this. And I don't know. So I'm going to share with you guys the chat that we went through. And again, there is some speculation here. But if you read The Intelligent Investor and also Our Intelligent Investor Remodernized for the Modern Reader, again, if you haven't done so, please purchase this book. Please review it. All profit proceeds will go to charity. But if you don't recall, in chapter 2 of this book, it says, chapter 1, it talks about the investor and the speculator. And the thing is, regardless of what investments you do, there's always some degree of speculation. Analysts forecast, right? We don't want to speculate to, an area where you're going ahead and reading tea leaves, right? But there is some speculation in everything we do. And it is a little bit healthy to analyze something because, no one wanted to buy Tesla when Tesla was at near bankruptcy with their Model 3s. Nobody wanted to buy AMD when they were negative free cash flow, nor Enphase, right? And now these companies are over thousands of percents. But overall, we're going to walk you through our talk. Now I kind of introduced, the background here. So, so let's go ahead and read here. So CVS sees value in a partnership with WellBe. Okay. Um, Good. I went ahead and I comment 100,007 Medicare Advantage members and over $2 billion in premium. At this time, I wasn't actually, I forgot about the partnership. I had to kind of remind myself and take a screenshot and send it to the group. And actually, if you read the partnership here, let's actually go back to the CVS partnership. Additionally, WellBe improves the measures leading to an increase in star rating from low 2.5 to high 4.5. Now, just believe that, right? These folks are 4.5 stars. So I think with this partnership that we just got in November, I think we could get to that 4-star level, let alone the 4.5 in the future, right? So so in terms of star rating, this is just great. Again, let me give you some analogy right now that might be useful. Pretend this is like a tomato. I know, like, this is not a tomato. This is like a coffee cup. And pretend this is another tomato. And I know these are not tomatoes. Just, I wish I had tomatoes. I can go get tomatoes, but acknowledge, okay? So imagine if this tomato in my right hand was molded, okay? And this tomato in my left hand was great. If I put these two tomatoes together, the molded and the perfect one, what do you think is going to happen to the tomato that's perfect? The area where the tomato is touching will become molded as well, okay? And the point of my analogy here is that you are who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with garbage people, you're sadly, you are going to become garbage. What, you're going to be the exception, right? So let me give you maybe molded fruit versus good fruit image. Maybe we might be able to find it, but you guys get the point. But let me just kind of share with you here. So you see how this is molded here, and this is touching the molded area, and these two things become molded. Again, there's a nice image. You can find it online. But what I'm trying to say here is that Clover is surrounding themselves with people that get 4.5 stars. When you surround yourself with people like that, you're going to get success. You are who you surround yourself with, right? All right. So there's some life lessons in there too, right? So we had our member here, Dish. How are they doing it? Tech. How are they achieving this? And at this point, I didn't know the partnership with Clover, right? Belize knew, because Belize is Belize, right? Belize is Belize. So doesn't seem like it when I visited the website, just a comprehensive healthcare team. I mean, the logistics to just do this, be able to go to someone's home and take care of them. It's a big deal. Now, just as a side note, before we go to these messages, when I went to Washington, D.C., when I was presenting at the Congress of Neurological Surgeons and Howard University, I did literally two conferences in one trip, which is amazing. For some reason, I don't know why, but Johns Hopkins was there. There's a Johns Hopkins van, and it said Johns Hopkins Home Health. So we're already starting to see these top institutions double down on home health, and home health is coming back. And I believe it's because we've been talking about this, like since the inception, or since we're talking about Clover. 10,000 Americans are turning 65 every day. I mean, my first year of medical school, I sat down and they said, guys, you're going to be taking care of a lot of older folks. When you get older, you're going to be taking care of us. 10,000 Americans are turning 65 every day. At that point, I didn't think about the money part of things. Like, how can we leverage ourselves to make investments that are below intrinsic? No, I wasn't thinking that, right? But now I am, right? But in a very humbling way, right? But like, 10,000 Americans are turning 65 every day. It's going to get to a point where those 10,000 Americans in 10 years from now are going to turn 75. And the rate of dementia is increasing, right? Dementia is just going up, especially every year you get closer to it, or there's some type of cognitive decline that happens. I wouldn't say it's a fluid equation, but it's very noticeable, and it happens so slowly and gradually, but then accelerates. And I'm sure you guys have some folks that are dealing with this particular issue. It's a painful issue for the family. The problem is a lot of these folks, how are they going to go to the office? They can't Uber, like they can't like use a phone because it's difficult for them to go back and forth here, right? I mean, how are they going to use a phone if they get dementia? You know what I mean? It's too much effort. Okay, they can go to a nursing home. Okay. Some folks don't want that. Some folks want to be at home. They want to be enjoying themselves. This is their life. So these folks actually go into their homes and give health care. And actually, it's good because it saves them money, because how many times do they have these diseases where they go to the hospital? And the hospital is a 1-star bed with a 5-star price tag. You know what I mean? It's costs more than Mar-a-Lago, right? It's a very expensive stay. This obviously is gonna be reducing the healthcare burden, which obviously CMS really loves. I mean, CMS loves a program like this because you avoid emergency visits, and it's a lot of also preventative care, but also urgent care in a way that's preventative because you're actually seeing a physician and also a nurse practitioner. And my respects goes to the NPs as well, supporting this primary care mission. So there's that perspective, right? Let's hold on to that there, and let me go ahead. What does HEDIS stand for? Yeah, so let's go ahead and do this together here. This goes into there's a lot of acronyms in medicine, but it has 6 domains where it measures the competencies of better follow-up patient care. Hence why these folks were able to accelerate from 2.5 stars to 4.5, because their follow-up, I mean, they go to the patient. I mean, that's like insurances love that. You know what I'm saying? You know how hard it is to do home health. I mean, I did it when I was in I was doing my family medicine rotation. And again, I want to become a surgeon, but my heart goes out to primary care. I actually did home health. I went into a patient, and it was hard. It was raining. I had to go drive in the rain, but hold on, it was really rewarding. Like going into the patient home, you get things that, because you go into they come to your clinic, it's all beautiful and everything, but when you go in their home, you notice things. That's a hazard right there. Oh wow, they haven't cleaned up dishes. Oh wow, you put a differential diagnosis. You could get at a potential psychiatric depression or so. You just get better care. Okay, so I'm actually happy that there's people out there that are taking care of seniors, and in my opinion, doing God's work. People don't like when I use God, but I'm a godly person, so I'm not going to change that. But again, this is a little bit more about the whole scoring systems. It's all about improving patient care, which is what we should all strive for. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue reading this. So I'm just kind of giving you along the line of the thought process here, right? And I hope that the people that are watching these videos are long-term investors, are people that are not just in it for short money. I'm hoping that we're focusing on a quality channel, a channel that just brings people that are highly intellectual. Okay, exactly. Huge leap. That's a huge leap. And for folks that don't know, he's referencing this leap here. It's a huge leap. You can't go wrong with that, right? Okay. And of course, you get more compensation for that leap. Okay. So Dish said, oh yeah, here's the improved patient care. Exactly. Very difficult. I would say that they're not an insurance company. Exactly. They partner with insurance that qualifies. So where I was trying to remember. I feel like I've seen this company before, and they're in 7 states. And then I'm like, this will be great. So then I said, this will be a great collaboration with Clover. If it's not a non-insurance ACO, it's Medicare Advantage. At least they can, copy the states they're in. And then they're like, we need to let them know. And I was like, yeah, I'll make a video. But then all of a sudden, as we were talking, I was talking about how the insurance company was the hard part to establish, and Clover's already done the hard part. And I feel like now it's just time for them to just do the work and then spread. because the hard part is, getting the filings, being an insurance company, then being on Wall Street. I mean, all that hard work is done. It's just now going into this and just doing the work. But then all of a sudden, I realized that, they already partner with them. Let's go. Okay, good. That So when people say that Clover is just not doing a good job, when they talk shit about Clover, excuse my language, you know, uh, I again, when it comes to communication to shareholders, yeah, of course, I supported the retail investor community. I went ahead and made a little sign me page to to express my the retail. But again, guys, a lot of the retail community space needs to calm down a little bit. And it's only been a couple of years. It takes time to build a company. It takes time to build quality. So they are, in my opinion, they're doing a great job. They're doing a great. I mean, come on, guys, look at the MCA. Look at the MCR. I mean, medical cost ratio. Look at that. Look at that reduction. And they increased guidance in 2023. They're doing a good job. They tried with ACO. They wanted to spread with ACO. They burned, they diluted and did a lot of things for ACO, and ACO didn't work out, and they dropped it. And then now we're getting in a position where we're going to uncover something. Hopefully in the next 6 months, we're going to uncover something from them. We're not in a quiet period, so if they have a partnership, they need to announce it. Exactly. So 42nd annual JP Morgan conference, January 11. Again, Belize is Belize. I'm going to call him Dr. Belize. He's really great, a very smart man. I'm going to call him Master Belize. Okay. Or Spartan, it's like a Spartan from Halo, Spartan Belize, or Spartan 2025 instead of 117 for all the Halo fans out there. So we're talking here, and we're talking about how, Clover, should be talking about this just to communicate this, but maybe there's a reason why they didn't communicate it so much. Maybe potentially it could be that they do have a extended partnership with the Clover Assistant. That's what I'm trying to get at right now, the Clover Assistant. And interestingly, Dish started speculating over himself, right? There's a little comment we have, speculating all over myself, right? So he's talking about how in November, which is when this article was, the Clover article was published in November. For some reason, volume picked up. Interestingly, volume just spiked up with Clover in November. And you can, and if you read Mr. Weinstein's technical analysis book, what you'll find is you can actually tell a story from the technicals, and you can precede events from that by looking at simple indicators that might show you that something's happened. You don't know what happened, but something's happened. Like, for example, a great way to look at when institutions come online is when, a stock price is above its 10-week moving average, right? Or its 50-day moving average. Because historically, we can all agree that retail investors don't have enough money to push up a stock. So whenever you get a stock going above its 50-day moving average or below, you know that institutions are on or off. And we will make another video about that, looking at Palantir to show you that beautiful example, and with the technicals and with the hard data using our proprietary brain machine technology that shows you when institutions come in and come out from their SEC filings. Okay. And then Belize, Master Belize, or Spartan 2025 said, and that was effing before the earnings call. Toy knows something. Toy knows. I can't say those words together. Toy knows. They should have told us during the earnings call. And it says here, this stuff needs to come out from Toy. The analysts shouldn't have to ask. If you don't recall, if you learn to go back to the earnings call, one of the analysts said, so my understanding was that ACO Reach, the non-insurance side only had, ACO Reach. Are you telling me that there's other things involved in ACO Reach? Can you, add a little bit more color to that, please and thank you? And just for, completion's sakes, let's pull up the earnings call. This is part of our brain machine. We'll open up Clover. It's the third quarter and the year is 2023. We'll go ahead and open up Brain Machine, and then it'll give us the earnings call. We'll click on the earnings call here, and we'll make this a little bigger. Oh, and then I don't know. Go to ACO here, so it's part of the questions. Maybe here it is. His name is Jason. So he said, "Okay, got it. Thanks. Very helpful. Maybe just one last follow up here, just on the MA side, in terms of offering the non-insurance for the MA side of the fence. Can you remind us, do you have any lives there now? Would that be kind of a new jump in that at this point? I'm just trying to get a sense of where you're at there now. I would, and I thought that generally most of your memberships in the non-insurance business is mostly almost entirely ACO, but just any color or clarity on where you're at there now. Thanks." And then Andrew Toy went ahead and said, yes, really fair question. It is a fair question. Yeah, we got you. So in terms of where we have any of that right now, what we haven't actually shared, what we have, they haven't shared. And again, please, Andrew, can you communicate? You're killing us, man. Can you communicate with us? I mean, you're killing us, man. I mean, thank you for these prices, but God dang. So we haven't actually shared the sizing of that particular program, and the majority of it is in that original Medicare program, which is the MCR that works for them. That's for sure. But we definitely see opportunities there. Well, me too, right? And all of your investors do too. So we've been approached, and here's this OG comment. We've been approached, and we have discussions. That was me trying to do like a mob. Terrible. I fail. But again, this is the best question, right? Because we know, and again, it's part of our brain machine here. If you want to go ahead and read this, let me highlight it as I talk here. We know, ladies and gentlemen, and again, I want to thank you for all the people that are on right now. If you like this video, please consider liking it. Again, I want to thank you for coming on our channel and supporting our channel. As you can see, we would like to do deep due diligence. I mean, this is some good work, right? So I want to pat all of us on the back for this. So we already know the non-insurance side is their ability of using Clover Assistant. The problem is ACO is garbage. Right? No offense. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't work for Clover, right? The MCR is over 100%. So non-insurance for Clover and ACO, no bueno. But we already know that from the insurance side of them being the insurer, we know that MCR works in that regards. Okay. So can they make the pivot and make a non-insurance side that will generate a Clover Assistant for something that we know it works, like in the Medicare program? Now, my only scarcity, my only fear is that they've looked at it and they looked at the MA side where they are the non-insurer, but for some reason, they're not getting reductions. And that would mean that there's something wrong with their Clover Assistant, that it only somehow works with them being the insurer. That they need to communicate. But from my understanding is if they are able to do it with their open plan and their insurance side, then there should be no problem for them doing it for the non-insurance side for the Medicare Advantage. So this is huge. And if folks don't understand what this is, this could be a SaaS, okay? This non-insurance side could be a SaaS where others use their Clover Assistant on the non-insurance side for their own Medicare Advantage patients. And they were able to save money. And Clover is able to make money off of that. And guess what? The gross margins on that will be higher because it's a software company, which means the evaluations will be higher. It'll be a SaaS-like, which means the price to sales won't be 0.5 or 1. It would be anywhere between 5 to 6. And if it's anything, let's say like Palantir, the price of sales will be 10 to 15. Okay? Which I don't think is going to go up that high, but you never know. All right. So I just wanted to add some color on that, because when we talk, we know what we're referencing, right? Maybe you don't, but I'm just trying to share with you. When we have a talk, we reference data. We always cite stuff. Okay, it's how we talk. We don't, we try to be data driven. Shout out to Jay Powell. Okay, so I pretty much I said, well, they're going to have to spill the beans. You can't just leave ACO, because within that, not all of it is non-insurance revenue. So, non-insurance is equal to ACO plus whatever they're hiding, which I think is non-insurance for Medicare Advantage. And we're going to get to know more about that. So, I think we got some comments here and a little bit more about WellBe, wonderful CEO of WellBe, by the way, very nice gentleman there. Things about to get sassy. We talked about Chelsea Clinton getting that dough. We talked about dark pools off exchange, how they're 83%, which is really high. Let's see here. Oh, now let's talk about technical analysis. So overall, right now, I'm looking at the long-term technicals. Let's actually go to the short-term minute. So you can see right now, the $1.01 is a really tough resistance line. I mean, we failed it here, we failed it here, we failed it here, and here, and here, and here. I mean, guys, this is a very tough one. The second one, and by the way, these are artificial intelligent graphed resistance lines. In support lines, you don't have to graph them. They do it automatically. So you could trade Bitcoin on here. You could do so much, like, it's so powerful, right? Because how many times have we gone up to go boom, 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 boom? I mean, you could do this for day trading. So, maybe right now people are not inclined to, but later on when the stock price is higher and you've made then and then some, and it's still have some intrinsic value, gas in the tank left. You can have fun with this and be able to that's what I like to do. Is use these to help, right? But right now what we're looking at a breakout here, and I think this breakout's going to happen only when the Russell breaks out, I think, right? Or the news comes out with whatever Clover's trying to do. So we got one resistance line at 101, 105, and then 109, then 126, and then 156. That was a strong one, right? So these are going to be the battlegrounds that we have, right? And then this is Dr. WellBe. I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna read this. Master Belize just we're going deep. Again, if you like our due diligence, especially in our previous video that showed MAR and Riot, and now MAR is going up 9%. Take advantage of our New Year's sale, coupon code New Year's at allstocktrades.com. It will be expiring soon. Take advantage of it. $800 off. You can use a firm to finance it through, I think it's as low as $75, $76 a month, especially with the coupon code. Take advantage. Also, we updated our table longs, our technical analysis tables, and our watch lists, and our portfolio hedging modeling system. So take advantage of our platform. In fact, if you go ahead and read our annual letter, let me see if I can find it here. If you can read our annual letter, you can see how we've returned with our stock picks from 2023. We were able to return, I believe, a compounded result of in our 2006 back-tested model of over 1,200%. And then our January stock picks, we were able to return around 100%, which you can go ahead and fact check it here and take a look at it in our annual letter here, which is right here, right? It shows you January picks 114, and it shows you the dates when they were added. But if you were to go on the bottom pictures here, it shows you the market cap gain. all the stock picks. Again, we picked Apple when it was $100, and now Apple's in the 180s. We were able to pick stocks that went from a market cap and increased by $2.23 trillion. And that's not normal. It's because 2022 was complete garbage, and 2023, especially the second half, was amazing. Also, very excited. NVIDIA, part of our list, just hit an all-time high. So we're doing pretty damn good there. So if you guys are interested in our platform, again, I've been in the market for over 10 years. This platform, this is everything I know. And, shout out to the 20-year-old. By the time you become my age, you're going to be a master, man. So my recommendation is go back to the beginning of the recording, because this is live, and look up WellBe Senior Medical, and then you'll see kind of what they do. But they're a home store, so I did talk about them. So make sure you go back to the beginning, right? But yeah, let's go here, gentleman from X. But yeah, so take advantage of our platform and our amazing New Year's sale. And if that's it, guys, with all the questions, let me go ahead and see here. I was commenting with Dish about Samsung CLOV made, never heard of it. Basically, elderly can turn on TV and have live MD visits at home. Haven't heard. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of loose ends here, but hopefully 2024 and beyond, we'll start to see the technology side of the company, and then it'll just merely change all the evaluation metrics. They'll no longer be evaluated as just an insurance business. And I'm going to add one more thing to all the folks that stuck around. You guys are true champs. Let me add one more thing to you guys here. So, I've been in the game for quite some time, right? And a great way to accelerate, your level, I recommend also like taking a look at our book. It's like $15. I think 13 or something. All profit proceeds go to charity. Please review the book. It'll mean a lot to us. I have to tell you something, guys. The way that brain works and the way psychology works is, just a great way to do an equation is you don't want to buy stocks when everyone wants to buy. You want to buy when no one wants to buy. You remember when Bitcoin, no one wanted to buy Bitcoin? Hey, man, I appreciate you shouting out for the book. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I spent a lot of time on it. So, when no one wanted to buy, Bitcoin, or no one wanted to buy Carvana, or no one wanted to buy a firm, those moments were the best time to buy. So whenever you go to a cocktail party, or whenever you go and everyone says, buy Clover Health to the moon, right? Whenever you get to that, you should be a little scared and frightened. But right now, if we go to the pH temperature check and we check folks now and we talk about Clover. Oh, Clover. Oh. Isn't that a chamath SPAC? It plagues everybody, right? And that is a great time to say, I'm doubled. So I've been going hard on these. I've been going ape shit, excuse my language, hard on these prices. I've been going so goddamn hard. I've been buying the dip like you have, I've been buying, and honestly, the dip is stabilizing around 90 cents. I mean, if you go back to our line here, where is this? If you go back here, guys, and go here, I mean, this thing's stabilizing at like 93 cents. If you look at the time, no, sorry about that, my dog. If you go down here, this is stabilizing at around low 90 cents. Hold on for a sec. Let me talk to my woof here. I just told him no. Buddy, no. He sees his arch enemy. He is an arch enemy. But if you look at it here, guys, I mean, this 78 cents, which just basically was a V-shaped recovery. This was just a dip. These anomalies are very difficult to ascertain here. I mean, this thing is just dip. But we're starting to see, this is what I was trying to mention here, in the 92-cent region. Hold on for a second. All right, I had to show him who's boss. I had to show him who's boss. He knows what's up now, right? Come here, buddy. Want to say hi to them? Want to say hi? Come here. Say hi to them. You good boy? You don't like daddy yelling at you, huh? All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. All right. So going back, and my apologies, you have to deal with my dog. I'm a dog. I love dogs, right? So 92 cents. You could see, this is becoming a floor now. You could see these multiple levels of support. It seems as we're bottoming out here, guys, and this is becoming a quite. And again, it's very difficult to see this. Let's say if you were to go on Google Charts, Yahoo, it's very difficult to kind of see these patterns. These are AI. This is taking integration of data and planting these resistance lines and taking a corpus amount of data, which is amazing. But you could start to see that, there's a lot more support tested than the resistance. So I do think we're in for a breakout. So I think this is definitely good to go. But going back to the main central topic, folks, when people don't want to buy, that's the best time to buy. It's just common sense business. It shows you how disgusting Wall Street is. When retail investors are the highest bearish, it's the best time to buy. It goes in line with how disgusting and deceitful and just criminal and just disgusting how business works, right? The whole concept, never tell people your next move. Humans are just very stupid, right? And terrible people. And the way business works, it shows you how evil this world is, where you want to think opposite of what the majority think, right? And the majority think based off of what the media tells them. And the media is owned by the billionaires and the wealthy. And if you could see this kind of like hijacked system, you start to realize how corrupt this world is. So again, I'm not going to basically say here, I'm going to change the world, but I'm just teaching you how the world works. And I'm showing you data that will privy you and educate you in a way to align yourself of what the rich are doing. Not a lot of people will become wealthy. Imagine people that don't even have access to this data. I mean, good luck, right? Right? I think the best time to buy for me, again, not personal financial advice, just for me, I'm going hardcore now. I'm going hardcore. And I think when to answer your question, so much dark pool, any chance of a squeeze, not enough short interest or volume for a short squeeze. I think that we will see some crazy buying pressure when they announce whatever partnership it is, or when they become profitable and they expand their business from a profitable perspective. Then everyone and their mama is going to be like, holy moly, this is a profitable company. They have a business model. That's how the world works. Everyone doubts you until you're success. And then once you're successful, then everyone's going to congratulate you. And the congratulations will be buying pressure, right? And everyone's going to want to get in because they know that healthcare is an untapped market. They know that healthcare is a lot of technology companies trying to go into healthcare. And there it is, right? Can we see any order imbalance on the terminal? So I answered the question on the terminal. I don't think so, but I think we do have failure to deliver. I think we have failure to deliver, which we do have failure to delivers, and potentially that might be it. I'm not too sure on that angle, right? That's the only thing I can think of what Dish was saying, FTDs. But as you can see, guys, this is the time when to get in. I would say when folks don't want to be in. Yes, we do have perfect. Yeah, I thought I had it. Yeah, I just I don't use it. Again, I'm more fundamentals. But if you want to go ahead and prove yourself and get into that, there's opportunities. And you're of course this gentleman here. He goes by Dr. Book Value. His stocks go up in one day 30, 40, 50%. He's having fun with it. He's part of our stock terminal. But but yeah, guys, I mean, this is we're on the right track, I would say, and I can't wait for Q4 for Q1 guidance for 2024 guidance. But overall, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. I know we went long in this video, but again, you know, this is what if I hope that the type of people we attract to this channel and the type of people that join our lifetime access are the folks that want to be better, are the folks that are in it for 10, 20 years, are folks that, we're going to have, we already have millionaires in our platform. I think we're going to have like heirs in our platform. And the process of just always crafting yourself, always being better, always reading. We're reading every single day. If you're not reading, then, this is not going to be the group for you, right? It's a group of highly intellectual people, and this is what it takes to be in the top 1%. You're not going to get there not reading. I mean, you're not born with this information. And like I said in the beginning, if you surround yourself with a bad fruit, you will be, no matter how much you try, you will become yourself bad. But if you surround yourself with 4.5 star people, you'll certainly become 4.5 star, right? Going back to Mr. The WellBe. And for folks that haven't reviewed our book, talking about reviews, please go ahead and review our book. Again, all profit proceeds will go to charity for low-income countries to help them do academic research so they can assist their population, specifically in neurosurgical diseases, which is the most, in my opinion, the most severe diseases, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, thank you. Subscribe, thumbs up. I care each and every one. I care about you guys, and I cannot wait for this continued long partnership on YouTube and being able to communicate with you guys this due diligence. And if you haven't done so already, take advantage of our platform and what we have to offer. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you on the next one.